This podcast replay is brought to you by Pallet Rack City, 305-887-9212. It's your one-stop shop for all your warehouse needs. They buy and sell new and used pallet racking, largest used racking inventory in South Florida. You want a great rack? Go to Pallet Rack City, 305-887-9212.
And it's Thursday, so on Thursdays we do the Hialeah Park Casino Sports Investment segment. We like to go around the country, talk to different handicappers, get their opinions on different things going on in the world of sports. And today, Jeff Sheesby is going to join us. Oldmanwhobets.com is the website. You can follow him on Twitter at oldmanwhobets, and he also writes for 1:37 p.m. Let's bring him aboard. Jeff, good afternoon, my man. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, man. Merry Christmas. What's going on?
Merry Christmas, my brother. Now I'm trying to figure this out, brother. Okay, you got to help me here, okay? Because I know the wise guys know way more than we ever will. I know they build these big, beautiful castles in Vegas because I visit them, and the bastards make it so big that I need a car just to get the hell out of the damn place. So I get all of that, all right? Now, how in the hell are the Hurricanes favored by 7 against La Tech? And this is coming from a South Florida radio show, a guy that's been here for 53 years, born and raised. I love the Canes. I don't believe they could give anybody 7 points. What do they know that we don't know, Jeff? Please, help me.
Yeah, that is such a tough one with Miami here. I think it's one of those spots where Miami is trying to get back on the map, really establish themselves as that elite program that all the fanfare that we loved in the 90s. I think they've been super inconsistent all year. La Tech, they're looking for their 10th win this season, keeping their bowl streak alive. So I think it will be pretty competitive. This is honestly going to be a no play for me because I think the line is kind of where it should be. I would say it does have a little bit of strength towards Miami. So hoping this young squad, new coach, proven himself, would be able to bring it home and then provide us with at least a ton of entertainment today on a day that's a little light on sports.
So who you going with here? You're going with the Canes? You're going to lay the 7?
I think I would. I think I'd go with the Canes. Haven't locked it in yet, but as the afternoon progresses here, I think that's, again, where I'd be leaning.
Okay. All right. So Jeff Sheesby is going to go with the Canes, oldmanwhobets.com. All right. Speaking of old man who bets, is LeBron looking a little old finally?
Yeah. I mean, that growing gave out last night. Fantastic game. Thankfully, was on the Clippers +2 on that one. Gave me a little bit of a scare when they were, up 1 with 3 minutes to go in the half, and then come into the half down 12, nice 15-0 run. But this Lakers team is great. I think the NBA product itself is the best we've had in quite some time in terms of parity. I'm hoping that LeBron's injury obviously isn't too serious. I would love to get it back on the court. And I think this playoff is going to be just outrageous. Hard to go against the Clippers with Kawhi. But even the Celtics looked pretty good last night on the East Coast. So let's hope that LeBron's not hurt for too long. Let's hope that he can play in the league until his son's in the league for the first time ever, as I am certainly a pro LeBron guy.
Well, so let me ask you, are you giving the Lakers the nod here or the Clippers? Because the way I look at it, I see two at least better in shape stars. They're healthier, they're younger, and a better supporting cast on the Clippers side. And I'm wondering if it was smart on LeBron's part to go all balls out from the get-go, from the beginning of the season. Maybe he should have been pacing himself like the guys with the Clippers.
Yeah, I think load management is certainly a hot topic right now. The fans hate it because all the marquee matchups then kind of become G League scrimmages. But it definitely makes sense. Playing that many games, obviously the body's going to break down. I think LeBron historically has been pretty good about load management. I think less so this year than, especially like Kawhi, who's not every other game. But I agree with you. I think Clippers is going to be one of the teams to beat in the West. I think it's a great spot because the public loves the Lakers. I mean, how could you not? It's LA, the flashier team. Kobe, Shaq, all the greats, came through there. You got LeBron, you got AD, you got a stacked line up there. Everybody loves Rondo. I think almost the dark side is the Clippers, not dissimilar to the scenario that Kawhi was in last year, where he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. He knows how good he is. He's just quiet. He just plays the game of basketball. So, similar to last night when they came out, of course, it was a revenge game for the Lakers. The Clippers weren't going to be able to do it twice this season. They were going to what do? They come out, they play a gritty game of runs, and smack the Lakers in the face. So I'm definitely with you on that one, looking towards the Clippers to make some serious noise. Would love to see Kawhi go back-to-back.
All right, so let's get into some of the national championship games. Clemson -2, Ohio State 63.5 right now is the over and under. How are you looking at this one?
Definitely leaning towards the over there. I think that line is super high. Both of these teams score religiously. Going to be an incredible game. I think Clemson honestly isn't getting as much respect as they should be. But nonetheless, I definitely would lean towards the over here just because that high line. These teams are going to score early and often.
Are you looking at it right now because Trevor Lawrence is playing really, really well and he kind of closed out the season really strong?
Yeah, I mean, that guy just, he flicks his wrist and it's a touchdown to wherever he needs to go. Combo that with a wonderful haircut and certainly a player that I can support.
It's like every guy on the planet wishes they were Trevor Lawrence, right? Because that guy's got women like lined up outside his dorm 24 hours a day, and all he has to do is just wave one in and then just, switch up 10 minutes later if he wants to, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have not been fortunate enough to be able to just quite literally say hello, and the deal is closed, and he doesn't even need to do that. He waves his, nods his head, or just the wind picks up his hair at the right moment, and he's got another quite literally touchdown. So I can't even imagine the other life that guy's living.
All right, so you and I like Clemson in this one, but how about the over and under, the 63.5? Are you touching that?
I'm not touching it currently. I'm just thankfully we've got some time before that game. I would love to see kind of where that line moves, just off the start at 63.5. I do think that is a pretty high line. I think the Joe Public's point of view necessarily is the high line. Oh, it can't necessarily. We'll never get that high. But I say if it's high, go higher. If it's low, go lower. Just as a general rule of thumb, of course, exceptions to every rule. But right now, if you had a gun to my head and said make a choice, I would go over.
Over. Wow. Okay. I thought you were going to go under, Jeff, because I kind of like the under right now with those defenses. But all right, over on that one. Jeff Sheesby, by the way, you can follow him on Twitter at OldManWhoBets and go to the website, oldmanwhobets.com. Moving over to Oklahoma and LSU. Dude, this number is fat right now. LSU is up by 13.5. We know Oklahoma doesn't play defense, so what do you think about this? And I think Oklahoma's having issues. Isn't it their defensive end, right? I think their best pass rushers
suspended,
also. Yeah, so that's going to be a real problem, and Joe Burrow's going to love that.
Yeah, I think LSU probably feast in this one. You said it, Oklahoma plays no defense. LSU has just looked quite literally unstoppable. With injuries and no defense, I think that's tough to match up in a national championship game. Obviously fine all season to be beating teams down. It's college football after all. But when push comes to shove in these final 3 games here, you need to be a complete package. I don't see Oklahoma putting up that many points, if you will. I think ultimately the 13.5, obviously huge strong line there. Probably too big for me to touch, especially in a game of this magnitude. But I think I would definitely lean LSU. What were you thinking?
Okay. And so the over and under for you is too much right now, right? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, for sure. Probably lean over in that as well. But I need to go a little bit deeper on just historical bowl trends, especially looking at a juggernaut versus only an offensive juggernaut and seeing kind of where that has landed. But should be an interesting one and hopefully a fantastic game.
So give me, Jeff, is there a bowl game that you're looking forward to right now that you think, hey, the wise guys didn't get this one right? I love this.
Yeah, great question. Not specifically on the wise guy side of things. At this point, I'm looking forward to literally every bowl game. It's kind of that interesting period where, post-Christmas, pre-holiday work is a little bit slower than usual. 4 o'clock games are easily accessible. So, love this Miami game coming into it. I also like, just going kind of day by day here. We have Pitt and EMU tonight. I think it's a good spot for Pitt as well. Probably the under there. And then certainly as this week goes on, let's communicate on Twitter and figure out where we're landing.
Well, for Pitt, are you laying the 11.5, 12.5? Because it all depends on what you get it. Because I've seen it at 11.5 and 12.5 today against Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, I think the 11.5 and 12.5 is fine. Obviously it's over 10, one of those key numbers. So I don't necessarily think it's going to matter there. There has been pretty solid value taking money line underdogs historically in college football bowl games. If you were to blindly take all of them, I believe you'd be up about 20 units in 2005 for the Action Network, something along those lines. So I think if you're looking for, kind of a nice contrarian play, is taking these big underdogs and hammering them, money line. And I think it's interesting because most of these teams have no common opponents. A lot of times hard to gauge kind of motivation. I think Miami is one of the biggest X factors there. When they come in playing kind of a no-name school, will they show up? Do they care about this game? Is the turnover chain ready? So it should be interesting. I think a great game, a great slate of football today.
Let me ask you something, Jeff. We'll wrap it up with this. I actually like the over in the Pitt Eastern Michigan game. How about you? Because it's 49, I think.
Yeah, 49. I thought that was a little low, especially for these bowl games. You see these touching 65 plus. So I was leaning towards the under. More just a line read than anything else. Haven't gone as deep as I would like on offensive and defensive efficiency numbers just yet. What are you looking at on the over?
No, it's 49. That's why I think the Eastern Michigan isn't really going to stop Pitt in this one. I think Pitt's going to score a lot of points in this one, and Eastern Michigan will score a few, but I think they'll get over 50 combined right now. I really do.
Yeah, especially in these bowl games where teams are taking risks. I think it's one of those things where this line might come down to an ill-advised 4th and 2 on the 40, or something like a 4th and 2 on even the 10. And then all of a sudden you get a nice 90-yard drive the other way, which just totally kills totals. But that is kind of the definition of a coin flip. Obviously, if they get that conversion, then the over is cruising. If they don't, then they just wasted 5-6 minutes off the clock with another team that has terrible field position. So again, I would lean on the under on this one. Just because I think it's low. When it's low, I go lower generally.
Okay.
But not locked in just yet.
Jeff Sheesby, man. Follow him on Twitter at Old Man Who Bets. And, of course, go to the website, oldmanwhobets.com. Jeff, thank you for taking some time, my man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thanks so much for having me.
You got it, baby. There you go. Jeff Sheesby on our Hialeah Park Casino sports investment segment. We will do it every Thursday here on the show, not just during football season, all year long. We're going to be doing our sports investment segment. And, hey, man, this is kind of part of sports talk nowadays. And I got to tell you something. Jeff and I are going to disagree on this one. I like the over. I think Pittsburgh is going to rout the crap out of Eastern Michigan. Pittsburgh's a decent team. I think they're going to put up some serious points. I think they're going to put up 35 just by themselves.
They played good ball this year.
Yeah, so they're 7-5. They're trying to end 8-5. They're favored by 12.5. I like the over more than even laying the points. But I agree with Jeff. I would lay the points. Now, it is interesting because Jeff and I disagree on the UM game. He's willing to lay the points. I am not willing to lay the points. I have no faith whatsoever in the Hurricanes and in Manny.